Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nice, we have it displayed there. So devotees can even look at the screens. I don't know if the Zoom participants will be able to hear. We have turned on the original sound for musician. We have done that. Shuddha Bhakta Charanare Bhajana Anukula Bhajana Anukula Shuddha Bhakta Charanare Bhajananukula. Everyone. Bhakta Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula. Manda Titi Bhakta Janani Jatane Pala Kori Kori Krishna Vasati Vasati Mori Paramadare Mori Gauravamari Sustane Kamala Brahmana Ramile Say Sarvastan Harigovami Pranayir Bhakta Sange Mridanga Bhagya Shunite Avasara Sarajache Gauravita Kirtanasuni Ananderudo Naje Vingalamurti Dekhe Ayura Paramananda Loudly please. Tidekya Mura Prasada Seva Korite Mura Sakara Panchajaya Jidina Dehe Bhajante Ki Drate Golo Gaya Chorasido dekhiya danda Sukh saase mahapanya Tulasi dekhi jolaya prana Madhava toshani jani Gaura priya shakti Jivan Sati Maya Bhaktivedanta Krishna Consciousness Anukola Paya Pratyudivase Paramahase Sri Paraporta Shuddhavakatacharya Bhavanukola Bhakta Seva Padma Seva Bhakta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Excuse me. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav Bhagwan ki Srila Thakur Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. Requesting all the devotees to kindly raise both their hands up in the air and please recite along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Niraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Extremely grateful to be with all of you this evening. Alright, does this forum have a topic? I wish it doesn't, but does it? There is topic. Oh, I failed to see it. Anyways, it's going to be as usual extempore competition. On the spot, impromptu. Prepare something. Can anyone bestow mercy by telling me what's the topic? Ah, fresh start. What is that? Personally? My God. Alright. We will go to Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, third chapter, shloka number 10. Sorry, shloka number 17. You will be able to. Great. Those of you who have your phones can take them out. The shloka is 2nd canto, 3rd chapter, 17th verse. Please repeat after me. Ayurharati vai pumsam udayan astam chayan asau tasyarte yakshano nita uttama shloka vartaya. Ayurharati vai pumsam udayannastam chayan asau tasyate yakshano nita uttama shloka vartaya. Ayurharati vai pumsam udayan astam chayan asau tasyate yakshano nita uttama shloka vartaya. Any two devotees would like to recite?
Ayurharati vai pumsam Dayan astam chayan aso Achatyat chananita Uttamas loke partaya
आयुर्हरति वै पुंसाम्
Harati vai pumsam
उद्यान अस्तं च यन् असौ
astam chayan asau
तस्यार्थे यत् क्षणो नीत
tasyarte yakshano nita
श्लोकवार्तया
uttama shloka vartaya. Online devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Ayurharati vai pumsam
Ayurharati vai pumsam
udayannastam chayan asau
udayan astam chayan asau
tasyarte yakshano nita
tasyate yakshano nita
uttama shloka vartaya.
uttama shloka vartaya. Thank you so much. Let's go to the word for word meaning. Ayuhu, duration of life. Harati, decreases. Vai, certainly. Pumsam, of the people. Udayan, rising. Astam, setting. Cha, also. Yan, moving. Asau, the sun. Tasya, of one who glorifies the Lord. Rite, except. Yat, by whom. Kshanaha, time. Nitaha, utilized. Uttama shloka, the all good personality of Godhead. Vartaya, in the topics of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Can somebody read the translation?
Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all-good personality of Godhead.
Alright. Just read some part of the purport till I tell you. Go ahead.
This verse indirectly confirms the greater importance of utilizing the human form of life to realize our lost relationship with the Supreme Lord by acceleration of devotional service. Time and tide waits for no man, so the time indicated by the sunrise and the sunset will be uselessly wasted if such time is not properly utilized for realizing identification of spiritual values. Even a fraction of the duration of life wasted cannot be compensated by any amount of gold. Human life is simply awarded to a living entity, Jiva, so that he can realize his spiritual identity and his permanent source of happiness. A living being, especially the human being, is seeking happiness because happiness is the natural situation of the living entity, but he vainly seeking happiness in the material atmosphere. A living being is constitutionally a spiritual spark of the complete whole, and his happiness can be perfectly perceived in spiritual activities. The Lord is the complete spirit whole, and his name, form, quality, pastimes, entourage, and personality are all identical with him. Once a person comes in contact with any one of the above mentioned energies of the Lord through the proper channel of devotional service, the door to perfection is immediately opened. In the Bhagavad Gita 2.40, the Lord has explained such contact in the following words: endeavors in devotional service are never baffled, nor is there failure. A slight beginning of such activities is sufficient even to deliver a person from the great ocean of material fears.
Thank you, Prabhu. That'd be good. We all do have calendars at our home. And now here we find that 2026 calendar, one for every family. Please pick only one and go. But have you seen those special kind of calendars which have pages where we tear off? Yes, you've seen those calendars? We take off the page. Okay, the first is over. We take off the first. And what do you do with the paper? Throw it in the dustbin. Then the second day of the month, throw it. And usually that particular calendar has 365 or 66, depending on whether it's a leap year or not, that many number of pages. And we just take it, crush it, and throw it once the day is over. And what happens on 31st of December? The calendar is over and we throw the calendar. That's what precisely this verse is talking about. Every day without fail. In corporate we have vacations. We have something called casual leave. We have privilege leave. We have sick leave. Any other leave? Yeah, these are the 3 leaves mainly. What if the sun goes on a leave? What will happen to all of us? Yes, our life will be darkness. We will be frozen to death. We will actually get what is for a frostbite. Yes, wherever we are, we will be frozen to death. The sun never goes on leave. So without fail, that's why we say the sun rises in the east every day. So there is a sunrise and sunset. So when there is a sunrise and sunset, what happens? The day is over. And this particular verse is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam for us to understand that every day that we live every day. Every day that we have lived, we need to introspect and check. Have we moved one day closer to Krishna, or we have moved one day closer to death? That's what we need to ask. Death is sure, everyone's going to die. Even the body of a devotee is something that's going to be destroyed. But there is a difference. Prabhupada gives this beautiful example of a cat. What does a cat do? A cat holds a rat in its mouth, yes or no? And the cat also holds a kitten in its mouth, yes or no? But is there a difference? There is a gulf of difference. Why does the cat hold the rat in its mouth? To eat. Mahaprasade Govinde. You eat the rat. And why does the cat hold the kitten in its mouth? Oh, to carry and to protect. Similarly, Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu Sarva Haraschaham. For a person who doesn't realize Krishna throughout his life, Krishna comes as death. And then what he does, he takes everything away from you. There's a very famous interview of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is having this interview with one of the scientists. All they had come. And this one of the scientists, young man, he was asking Prabhupada, who is this Krishna? Why do we believe in him? Prabhupada looked at him with stern eyes. He said, Krishna will come at your death and take everything away from you. Then you will know who is Krishna. And that guy, he was shocked. He didn't know what to say. He was dumbfounded. Yes. So this particular shloka is very important for all of us to see, to hear, to understand and to digest, because we have spent one more year in this material body. 2025 is going to get over. So it's very important that we do this introspection. Is 2025 an year that is spent in going closer to Krishna, or we have gone closer to death? That's a question to be asked. Right? And every time devotees, how many of you think, oh, 2025 is a good year for me? Really? Okay, some of you believe it. How many of you say 2025 was not so good year, Prabhuji? Okay, for some of you it was not a good year. Sometime it is good year. That's the nature of time. Chakravarti parivantante sukhani cha dukhani cha. Chakravarta parivartante. It changes its course like a chakra, a wheel. Sometimes it brings dukkha, sometimes it brings sukha. What is sukha? Anything that is desired by the mind, you get what your mind wants, it's called sukha. And what is dukkha? Any situation that your mind doesn't desire, it was not desired. We don't want this, but you got it. That's called as dukkha. Getting something unfavorable is dukkha, and getting something that's favorable is called as sukha. For those of you who raised your hand, saying, Prabhuji, 2025 was sukha. They were saying there was a good year, there was sukha for you because you got what you wanted. But some of you said 2025 was a really bad year, Prabhu. That was dukkha. Many times people make these science fiction movies about time travel. Right? Time travel. We have seen some movies like that. Time travel. Where some people go back and correct their mistake. We have made a huge blunder. Let's go back in time and correct this mistake. Yes, or some people, they want to go and see in the future. How am I going to be? So they go travel in the future. That was one of the questions that I asked my teacher also of Bhaktivedanta. Is time travel possible as per Shastras? Please tell. Yes, of course, I'll not tell you the answer right now, but point what I want to say is everybody's intrigued by this question. But why people want to travel in time? They want to go back and rectify those mistakes. So, isn't it, can we ever get a fresh start? That's the question, right? That's why people want, okay, we have made a lot of, 2025 is over, it was full of all mistakes and blunders. We have done, now what? Can we have a fresh start, a fresh beginning? Well, fresh beginning or not, auspicious beginning is important. Whether we have a fresh start or not, we should have definitely an auspicious start. And how do we have an auspicious start? Yes, anybody? Who is the source of all auspiciousness? Okay, there is one word which is called Shiva. You've heard this word Shiva? That personality was previously called as Shankar. And he is actually the time personified. He is Kala Bhairav. When Kala Bhairav becomes the son of Brahma, he is called as Rudra. Because he started crying as soon as he was born. So he was called as Rudra, the one who cries. And he cried. He was given 11 places. Please, stay in these 11 places and be happy. He was given 11 wives. And then he stopped crying. So that was Rudra. So one of the Rudra, his name is Shankara. And how did Shankara become Shiva? Jepadala viya Shiva, Shivatva hoila. So because he carried the dust coming from the lotus feet of Lord Narayan, he became Shiva. And the meaning, literary meaning of Shiva is auspiciousness. Auspiciousness. So how do we make an auspicious start? That is something that we need to discuss. Fresh start? Yes. Auspicious start? Yes, that is in our hand. That way we definitely can make an auspicious beginning every single day. Devotees, we begin our day with an auspicious start, yes or no? Depends, Prabhuji. Sometimes we look at the phone and then we are stuck there. Tang. I was just reading an article this morning, and that article said that scrolling through the pages of Instagram and Reels, it burns your brain 5 times than any other addiction. So as such, by scrolling, what are we doing? Is that auspicious start? No, it's a very inauspicious start. You're burning your brain cells. It's getting destroyed. We think it's fun. Scroll, keep scrolling. Oh, this is interesting. Let's watch this. But the scrolling activity is burning your brain. So nature of Kali Yuga is people think auspicious to be inauspicious and inauspicious to be auspicious. Ulta pulta. That's what is the nature of intelligence in Tamoguna. What does Lord Krishna say intelligence is Tamoguna is? In the 18th chapter, Lord Krishna says, intelligence in Tamoguna means you consider dharma to be adharma and adharma to be dharma. You swap both these things. So they think starting your day with the reels is auspicious. Let's scroll, scroll, scroll. Let's keep scrolling. Let's have this auspicious beginning. But that's not an auspicious beginning. And most of the people who want to get ahead of others in life, they advise do not touch your phone till the time you have done all your morning rituals. Do not touch your phone. So many people have this habit. They have something called a digital detox. They don't touch phones after 8 p.m. and they don't touch phones the morning up until 9 a.m. These people have become very peaceful in their life. So touching your phones and scrolling is not a very auspicious beginning. Then what is the auspicious beginning that a devotee does? Anybody?
Start with chanting.
Yes, the first thing that we need to do is we need to auspicious beginning is by getting off from the bed. That's the auspicious beginning. Get off from the bed, make your bed, and then go to the washroom without the phone. You go to the washroom with the phone, it's going to take you triple the time. Yes, without the phone, you go to the washroom and then get yourself freshened up. Throw all the anarthas. Come in contact with water. Is coming in contact with water is a person becomes nataha. He's bathed. When this person is also chanting the names of God. You're chanting. Of course, you don't have to chant very loudly to wake up everybody, all your neighbors. We can chant. We can chant something. We can sing the holy names very nicely. When we are chanting, you become shuchi. That's the beginning. That's an auspicious start. Get freshened up. I know it's winter. Many devotees ask, Prabhu, is it compulsory? You have to take bath. But chanting, there are no rules and regulations, no hard and fast rules. Why should we take bath then? Oh, that is how we are valuing Krishna. What is chanting? Chanting is the process of meeting Krishna. Chanting is the process of meeting Krishna. When you're going to meet somebody you love, or you're going to meet somebody who is important to you, won't you take care of all the details? Yes. Somebody will take bath 3 times. We'll wash our mouth 10 times. We'll ensure we are super clean, spick and span before we go and meet this important person. So why do we take Krishna cheaply? Oh, it's okay. Some devotees, we pick up the bead bag is the corner, okay, we'll start chanting Hare Krishna, Hare. What happens when you chant on bed? I guess you have experience. You just sit on the bed, you keep chanting. The mind, Hare Krishna, the mind will say, anyway, you are feeling so sleepy in chanting. Why don't you sleep for another half an hour? I'll wake you up. Okay, another half an hour you sleep, and then after that you will chant with a very fresh mind. It looks like a very good argument, right? Nice proposal. Very auspicious proposal. And then what we do? We again sleep. Then there is some very great invention called snooze. That's a wonderful invention. We keep pressing snooze, snooze. And our 2 hours instead of japa are gone in zopa. Zopa means sleep. That's how we end up. That's not an auspicious beginning. So our auspicious beginning is more important. So auspicious beginning begins by giving up ignorance. And that's why Arjuna, one of the names of Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita is Gudakesha. Gudakesha is somebody who in association with Krishna could conquer ignorance. So it's very important that we all become Gudakesha. That's an auspicious beginning. Giving up the bed, going to the washroom without the phone, taking a very good bath, and choosing the right spot for doing our morning program. Bedroom is not the place for morning program. Yes or no? No. You start in the bedroom. Bedroom is only place for one thing. What is that? For sleeping. Yes. You get nice sleep. So you need to give up that place and go some. Place matters a lot. Can I tell you a pastime from Ramayana why place matters a lot? Yes. So as Prabhu Sri Ramachandra, Mother Sita and Lakshmana, they crossed over the Ganges river and they were coming down south to come to Dandakaranya, the place where they go and meet Atri Muni later on. There was one particular place wherein All of a sudden, Lakshmana changes his mood. Lakshmana was such a sacrificing brother. He was like the shadow of Ramachandra. When Lord Ramachandra was given exile to the forest, he purchased 2 tickets. He said, wherever you go, I'll also go. So 2 tickets. Sita came and told, make it triple, 3 tickets. That's how they decided to go. So Lakshmana said, no, I will definitely go. Such a brother, he didn't have to sacrifice, but he's making this sacrifice. But as soon as he crossed over the river, they walked a certain distance. Lakshmana started fighting with Lord Ramachandra. He started shouting at him, fighting with him, and just like that, quarreling with him. Of course, Prabhu Sri Ramchandra was very serene and calm. But he kept passing, and after going in, even Sita Devi was shocked. I've never seen my brother-in-law with such a bad mood. He's getting angry on his Lord. My God, what is this? What has happened? And they went a little ahead. Lakshmana immediately became repentful and started begging forgiveness. Prabhu Sri Ramchandra said, it's all right. But then Mother Sita asks, why such an atrocious behavior towards you? He's committed aparadh to you. Why? So Sita, that is not his nature. That is the influence of the place. Once upon a time, there was a very great beauty called Tilottama. She was very beautiful. And there were 2 invincible asuras called Shumba and Upashumbha. So these 2 asuras were invincible. And that's why the demigods, they put forward Tilottama. You go and try to create a dissension. The moment there's a love triangle, one girl coming between 2 boys, there's going to be a fight. So these 2 brothers, they fight tooth and nail and they kill each other. And that's the spot where the brothers fought, where we passed by. And because that place has its influence, its vibrations, that is why it is not so auspicious vibrations. That's why Lakshmana changed its mood. So for an auspicious beginning, we need an auspicious place. Place is very important. So choose your spot very wisely and make your auspicious beginning. And trust me, if we have an auspicious start, yes, then we have the whole day that goes very productive with a lot of quality. On the other hand, we don't begin nicely, it's kind of, it's gone. So we have a chance now. 2025 is gone, but 2026 is coming, and this is somehow new beginnings. People are making a lot of new beginnings. This is the time, rather than aiming for a fresh start, let's aim for an auspicious start. Let's make the auspicious beginning with devotees, with the chanting of the holy name, with Krishna, with Shri Shri Radha Madhav, and develop this habit of rising up every day, no matter what time we rise up. We rise up, we give up the bed, we give up the phone, we hit the shower, and we come out and come in contact with Lord in some way. If some of you are inspired to go to your altar room and do Mangal Arti, good start. Some of you are inspired to go pick up the bead bag and chant, great start. Some of you want to sit and read the Gita, that is also a great start. But do some of these activities before we start our other bodily needs like eating breakfast or running to work. It's very important, let's make this auspicious beginning. Because we make this auspicious beginning, the entire day becomes holy and sanctified. Yes, we offer a portion of our salary income. Some portion of it, our salary income is purified. Similarly, we offer some portion of our day in Krishna's service. Our entire day is purified. But it depends on how we start. In fact, if you study the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where the commentary of Acharyas say, what is the right time for you to give charity? You know when is the right time to give charity? The beginning of month, because that's the time you get the pay. Yes, that was the same in the Vedic times. The wages would come at the beginning of the day. On the day of Purnima, you should give. You should give the charity. The beginning of month. You give the charity and your entire savings is purified. So there's time for everything. So similarly, there is time for performing our daily duties. It's right in the morning. The first thing. We make this auspicious beginning on the beginning, right in the beginning of the year 2026, and we're going to have a great year ahead. So we begin our year with Krishna consciousness in any form that we're inspired to, and we'll have a great beginning. So that way what will happen is this particular shloka that we are discussing, our duration of life is going to reduce. In fact, the Shastras say, they talk about a terminology called Kala Uruga. You know what is the meaning of Uruga? Uru means the chest and Ga means to move. So Urugaman, those who move on their chest, they move on their chest. Who moves on their chest? Yes, snakes, that's right. And especially a python is called as Uruga. A python, a big snake. And Kala, or the time, is compared to a python in our scriptures. So what is this python doing? The python is swallowing us, our existence. So somebody is 25 years old, yes, 25% or even more of the python has swallowed us. 50? Oh, python is here. 65, 70, python has come here, only the neck is, you're sticking out with your neck. Yes, this is what is left. So this python is moving upwards. So Kala Uruga is coming up and devouring us. So this Kala can be only defeated by Nama, by chanting of the holy name. Because the Kala is meant to render us useless, invalid, old. But when we take shelter of this Nama, the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then we all experience that you don't. There's one beautiful shloka. Comes in the third canto Bhagavatam. You will all be thrilled. Yes, this is third canto, second chapter, third verse. If you can display it. Let's go to the translation. Yeah, can someone loudly read it?
Thus served the Lord continually from childhood, and in his old age that attitude of service never slackened. As soon as he was asked about the message of the Lord, he at once remembered all about him.
Purport, just a few lines.
The gentle service to the Lord is not minute. The service attitude of the devotee gradually increases and never becomes slackened. Generally, in old age, a person is allowed retirement from mundane service, but in the transcendental service of the Lord, there is no retirement at all. On the contrary, the service attitude increases more and more with the progress of age.
Yes. Yeah, go on. Okay, last line.
Satiation, and therefore there is no retirement. Materially, when a man becomes tired by rendering service in his physical body, he is allowed retirement. But in the transcendental service, there is no feeling of fatigue because it is spiritual service and it's not on the bodily plane. Service on the bodily plane dwindles as the body grows older. But the spirit is never old, and therefore on the spiritual plane, the service is never tiresome.
First line of the next paragraph, just the first line.
Buddha undoubtedly became old, but that does not mean that his spirit became old.
Yes. His spirit never became old. Look at Srila Prabhupada. Did he ever become old? In fact, Prabhupada, when he made the Mayapur community, he told the devotees that when you are old, then you can go and retire and stay in Mayapur. And then devotees asked, well, what about you? Oh, I'm not old. Then devotees also, we will also never get old, we will serve. Yes, the spirit should never get old. That's the whole point. So, although the body will get old with age, yes, but the spirit should become fresher and fresher. In fact, we need to increase the service attitude. Is this growing? Then we are heading in the right direction. Alright, we'd like to pause here. Are there any questions devotees can ask? Comments, questions? Connected to topic? Good. Yes. You like to ask? Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
No, you say you like the topic, I said yes.
Okay, I asked connected to the topic, or even if it's not connected. You had a question? Okay. It's Grace Rajaram Prabhu.
You told about the Lakshmana, where is that place? Do you have any idea?
You want to go to that place? just after he crosses the Ganges, they get down and immediately it happens. We can check probably. One thing is geography keeps changing. So many times people were finding out the route in which Krishna went from Hastinapur to Dwarka. So Prabhupada writes there the geography changes. This happened in Treta Yuga. So definitely the geography has changed a lot. But yes, it's in the beginning of Deccan, where the Deccan plateau, the Dandakaranya and the river Ganges meets. We can check that point. But may not be that because everything changes. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Prabhuji, like as you said, like I have a habit, like I get up early, but you know sometimes I change immediately, go to take shower, and sometimes you know I'm from Bangladesh. There is a situation something, so like phone is there beside me, so I know it's bad, but it's still the habit of what's going on. Cause see the news.
News.
I know it's bad, it's kind of mad, but still I don't know it's goes.
See, there is no problem, but don't see it right in the morning. First, get connected to the spiritual news. That is the real news. These olds, what they are going to talk about: birth, old age, disease, death. Four things.
Same thing happens.
Yeah, same thing. So why unnecessarily munch on that? On the other hand, the real news, the news that is always new, that is from the spiritual world. So we have an opportunity to get connected there. So first connect there, and of course we need to know what's happening in the world.
So like
Now be conscious.
like catching the Maya willingly something.
Once what happened, I'll tell you a story. So there was a person who was having prasadam. Suddenly there was somebody shouting and screaming. He went outside the house. Who's screaming? He went and Chhod mujhe, leave me. There was one man who was embracing a tree. And leave me. And he asked this man, what happened? See, Prabhu, this tree has caught me. This tree is not leaving me. Please help me. He said, tree is not leaving you, you are not leaving the tree. So many times we say Maya is catching, but we are going and catching Maya. Of course, Maya is not like a tree. Maya is like an electric pole. It is not a tree. What happens when you touch electric pole? You get shocked. And then what has to be done? A very merciful, compassionate person has to come with a stick. A wooden stick and give nice beat. That is Guru. That is Guru. He comes and gives nice beating. And then you get totally disconnected. So his first problem is we go and touch the electric pole, it's going to catch us. So we don't touch, what will happen? Will somebody, now you tell me, will somebody again go and touch the pole after he has got one shock? If somebody is going, he has got a shock once, is again and going and touching the electric pole, what will you call such a person? No, you have to tell me.
Stupid.
Once more.
Stupid.
So, who is a person who has been cheated one day by watching the news? Again, next day he goes, it's not you. That's a stupid person, and we don't want to be that. Okay? Yes. Is it okay? I think tomorrow morning you'll remember this. Inside your mind, as soon as you see the stupid, no, I'm not going to touch. Stupid, no. I'm not coming.
Someone is who has this.
Yeah. Prabhupada has beaten us enough in his lectures. We just need to say, yeah, that is one thing you can do. You can, as soon as you get up, you can turn on Prabhupada's lecture. You'll hear, get up, rascal, get up. Somebody even put that alarm and they wake up. Get up, rascal, get up. They say that they wake up. Yes.
Also, that Ekadashi day is a nice way to the next day. It's like a fresh start because if you perform your Ekadashi fast properly, then maybe your sins will be destroyed, right? But is that the purpose of the Ekadashi day, or just to have a fresh start from that point forward?
Yes. In fact, every day can be a fresh start. My spiritual master, he used to go out on prasadam distribution and book distribution. So he would go there and he would give books saying that they are the message of love from the Lord. And after the book, he used to give them sweets. He used to say, these are wonderful sweets. Why are you distributing sweets? It's prasadam, but he used to say sweets so that they're accepted. Because it's my birthday. Who prepared the sweet? My mother's. Okay, everybody. For a brahmachari, all the ladies are, Vaishnavis are his mothers. So he used to say, my mother prepared it. And why are you distributing? Because today is my birthday. And that's why my spiritual master clarifies that every day is a birthday. Yes, because you have an opportunity for Krishna to appear. That's what makes it a birthday. So, and especially once you do it from Ekadashi to Ekadashi, we perform Ekadashi because it pleases Krishna. That's the reason. The byproduct is the sins are destroyed, one gets a complete detox of body. These are all externals. Ekadashi, Krishna has blessed Ekadashi to be Bhakti Janani. The mother of bhakti, the mother of devotion is Ekadashi. So we perform Ekadashi because it's pleasing to Krishna. One of the vows that Srimati Radharani performs, because of which is very, very dear to Krishna, is Ekadashi. So tomorrow that's a good preparation for performing Ekadashi. Right? So we do it for pleasing Krishna. Thank you. Is there a hand up here? Yes. You had a question? Yes.
I was going to say, can you maybe elaborate and provide some practical tips on how we can develop our internal consciousness to maximize the time in the morning without it turning into a ritual so it keeps it spiritual?
Great. Yes, how exactly? There's a good formula. I always use it, that spirit plus ritual makes it spiritual. Yes, the moment the spirit is gone, it becomes empty ritual. Right? So that spirit is very important. And that spirit is something that doesn't get created right in the morning. You wake up, turn on the spirit. Okay, now spirit is on. Now I am completely conscious. No, we'll have to do some homework. In order to get that spirit right in the morning, it's very important the way we end our day. That's very important. One of the things which I've been trying to do always is to put off all screen, including mails and planning, just put it off. Last 1 hour, I just want to be with books, spiritual literatures. Because every spiritual literature creates that sense of urgency. Yes, they are like, Bhagavatam is compared to an alarm. An alarm clock keeps sending you reminders, right? Reminds you. So similarly, that reminder is very important. And you set in that consciousness and then you sleep. The next day you have that particular spirit awakened. It helps. I've seen this. So I made it a point. Of course, screen I'm not able to completely shut off because I do some writing and all, etc. But I want to do this. It's my desire that I just put it off and just be with the books, be with Bhagavatam. The last 1 hour. Doesn't happen because of lifestyle, but then at least I end my day with Bhagavatam. Maybe it may be like I've done my reading in the day, but again, in the night, you read something which is going to really boost your spirit the next day. So that preparation is very important. At least one point I make is not to sleep mindlessly. Just sleep off. Tired, so sleep off. No, let's not mindlessly go to sleep. Let's mindfully go to sleep. And let's mentally visualize the kind of things we want. What mood will I start my day in? What activities will I do? What will be my consciousness? So I visualize an ideal day for me. And then I go to bed. And usually it turns out the same way. You live your day like that. Right? So you can try that. You can try this. This is again, when we all go to rest, we offer obeisances to the Lord, thanking the Lord for the wonderful opportunity to practice devotional service that we got, and also praying that next day we get better consciousness for us to perform our devotional service. We can do that. Okay. One last, anyone? We have 2 minutes.
Can you give some more points on the importance of the place, Prabhu? So, like, because we have to be at different place. So, what are the things we can make sure to do that the place remains spiritual and stuff?
Yes. The place. What to do to keep a place having a very sanctified atmosphere? Yes, one thing is cleanliness, external cleanliness, which is very important. Another thing is the place should have, that's why monks, we all have this habit, our spiritual master had this habit of Maha cleaning. Every day in the morning we have to do some cleaning. Even many of the Christian missionaries, they all do this. There's some cleaning that they do in the morning. And that particular cleansing of the temple or the space, that's the first. The water contact should be there. I've seen even my spiritual mentors, they get up, they are roll their bed, everything, and they clean up their room very quickly. So once that particular cleaning has happened, there is the starting of the sanctification. You clean your bodies, you need to clean up your space also. There has to be some contact with water. It can be a table, it can be your altar table, where we have some contact with water and we clean. That's the beginning, purifying the place. The second, if there is a picture of the deities of Lord. Yes, the Lord advents, then this dirty material world becomes Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. That's the beauty, so we can have that. We can keep spiritual books. Many times, I've seen people surrounding themselves with books and asked, come on, do you read all these books? No. Just by keeping these books, it creates the vibrations. The books have that vibration. So keeping Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, that's why you see many senior devotees, successful devotees, they always sit with spiritual literatures all around, because that creates that auspicious vibe. But most important thing that creates the vibe is Yatra Gayanti Mad Bhakta Tatra Tishtami Narada. It's the chanting of the holy name. That's the most important ingredient. So these all things can create the right place. Okay? Yes, Sumitra Madhavi Mataji.
Is there any specific prayers or some verses from Bhagavatam that we should chant when we get up by the morning? First time, what we should do?
Well, yes, if you look at the culture, Sri Vaishnava culture, they recite the Suprabhadam. That's how they wake up the Lord. Uttishta Govinda, Uttishta Garudadvaja, Uttishta Kamala Kanta, Trairongam Mangalam Kuru. So that's how they wake up the Lord. So they're auspicious mantras. Well, the auspicious mantras by which we wake up the Lord is by glorifying Guru. So the Samsara Dava prayers or the Guru Ashtakam, which we say, they are the most auspicious prayers by which we actually awaken our consciousness. Because the mood that we carry in our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy is the mood of being a servant of the servant. We do not directly serve the Lord. We serve the spiritual master, who is a servant of Lord. And there is no better prayers than these prayers of Guru Ashtakam, because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has said that anybody who rises in the morning, this is a Falashruti, you have read that? You rise in the morning and you loudly recite these 8 verses of glorification of Guru, we are definitely going to be an associate of Krishna in the spiritual world, Radha and Krishna. So that's the most auspicious prayers which Prabhupada wanted us to recite and wake up. So let's do it more mindfully. Okay. Yeah. Okay, last question.
Like, I do chanting like in the tipping, like I put the Mayapur TV or
Yes,
the
yes.
Vrindavan Mangala. I mute it, watch and chant. Is it okay?
You mute the...
I just see.
You watch the darshan of Lord and chant. Are you able to hear the holy name?
Yeah, falling means I chant and I hear myself, but sometimes in between little bit I
Increase the volume, because if sleep comes, you need some kind of sound. Some devotees do that. Yeah, it's okay. It's no problem. There's no problem. As long and until we are, because what is most important is, I was just hearing this morning a very beautiful lecture in which Maharaj was telling that this was His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurabh Pracharak Maharaj, His Grace Kamal Lochan Prabhu, his lecture I was hearing. He's one of my Shiksha Gurus, I listened to him. So he was telling that in this material world, sadhana and sadhya are different. Yes, you take a flight, yes, that is the sadhana. You reach your destination, you give up the flight. So there is a difference. Everywhere, every time we have the student, he takes the book, he worships the book, he studies before the exam, and once the exam is done, closes the book and throws it, never to be seen again. The final exams are done. So sadhana and sadhya are different in material world. Karma is the sadhana for going to heaven. Jnana is the sadhana for moksha, liberation. Yoga is the sadhana for to get siddhis. But when you talk about bhakti, there is no difference between sadhana and sadhya. So bhakti begins, the devotional service begins when we understand that there is no difference between sadhana and sadhya. So if somebody is telling, Maharaj was mentioning, that somebody tells that, oh, I have chanted so many rounds, where is Krishna? I attended so many Mangalartis, I had so many plates of prasadam, I have done so much of worships. Still, where is Krishna? Such a person has never begun devotional service. Why? Because you are seeing a difference between sadhana and sadhya. So till the time we are aware of this principle that while chanting, I am with Krishna. Chanting is Krishna. Right now we are having this Bhagavatam discourse. This is Krishna. We are with Krishna. When we are having this particular consciousness, there is no problem. Okay. Thank you all very much. It was so wonderful to see all of you. This Monday evening, usually it's a working day, you almost be tired. Still, you took out time to come. I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samast Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Thank you, online devotees. Hare Krishna.